for impact and influence. And so well, I'm here with Crista Grasso, and she is the expert on scaling. We are so excited to have her here. We can't believe how lucky we are, right? It's saying we were previously live. Okay, let's just see what is happening right now. So I've got my, do you want to go on LinkedIn and just see if we're doing anything?
Let's do this thing. So we are experimenting with LinkedIn streaming, and it has been a lot of fun. Oh, I see the preview of the scaling event 20 minutes ago, pre-live.
Yep, that's pre-live because we didn't actually go live. And my poor YouTube channel is I'm live right now. Um, but and then it said we were previously live, but it didn't show anything.
Interesting. Yeah, it shows up at 3, LinkedIn Live. Okay. So I can attend our pre-live. Let me see if I can attend. And what do we got
No, it
here?
says I'm attending.
Okay. So technology sometimes is not our friend when we're trying to scale things. However, we make it work.
Oh my God, I've got 3 posts here. None of them have a video.
We make it work. Oh, look at us live right now.
Are we live? Where are we?
We are live on LinkedIn. Hello, this worked.
Okay. Yay. Okay. I can't see it, but that's fine. I don't need to see it. Okay.
I
So
see us live.
we're live. This is so exciting. So we are actually, Krista and I are here today to give us, first of all, to test technology. So you're seeing this live, behind the scenes stuff. But secondly, to give a little bit of a preview on what we're going to be talking about with the larger group of the Brilliant Business Coalition that we formed, and why did we form it? Because I was scaling my business. What are we going to be talking about tomorrow? Business scaling. I'm so excited. So Krista is the scaling expert. So we are so excited that you're here. And let's give us a little bit of a taste of what we're going to be talking about tomorrow, Krista.
I
Right?
I'm so excited for this conversation, and I feel like it's such a relevant time for this conversation because the word scale, right? There's different words that become kind of like the buzzword of the moment. And lately, all everyone is talking about, aside from AI, is scaling. Scaling, scaling, scaling. And the challenge with that is I am a big believer in scaling. Obviously, I'm a scaling expert. This is what I do for a living. So I am all about scaling, but there's also a time and a place in your business where you want to be scaling and when you want to be scaling. And also, the most important thing, which you mentioned, Kim, is alignment. A
Yeah.
lot of times people take all of this outside pressure and they think they have to scale in a particular way, where the only way to be scalable is to structure their business or do things that don't align with what they actually want. And sometimes they don't even think about where they want to take things from a vision perspective. And as a result, they're kind of scaling the wrong things. So I think it's super important for us to look at what do we mean when we say scale, which we will talk about.
Mhm.
And then how do you know if your business is actually ready to scale? And then what are some of those things that you can do, and what does it really take to make sure that your business is actually scalable and scalable in an aligned way, specifically for you, based on your vision, your goals, the clarity around what you want to do and the impact you want to make.
I know, I love that. And we were brainstorming earlier with all of us, right? We had 5 of us in a room, which is just beyond luscious, right? And I loved what we talked about, like what is scaling and what isn't scaling. I think that's super clear. And then I loved when you talked about scaling mistakes, right? So because I think people need to know, right? If it doesn't, I always say if it doesn't make you really uncomfortable, it's you're not on the right path. There's the alignment piece. And I would say with scaling, if you haven't flipped yourself inside out, you most likely are in the growth, you're not in the scale. So I can't wait for us to talk about all the things tomorrow. And I am super excited. Fingers crossed we figured out how to do this. So we can do this tomorrow. It'll be all set. So we can show up as our best selves and give people tons of value.
Absolutely. And the thing that I want to say for any of you who are watching is this should be an interactive discussion. So if you have
Yeah.
questions in your business on scaling, if you're like, I feel like this is what I need to do, this is what I see other people in my industry doing when they're scaling, but it just doesn't feel aligned for me. What do I do? bring those sorts of questions with you tomorrow. We want to kind of go through the mistakes. We want to bust the myths, and we want to make sure that you're set up to be able to scale your business. If you're in a season of scaling, and if you're not there yet, we want to make sure you're putting the right foundations in place to be scalable, because you will get to that place of scale pretty quickly with the right foundations in place. So
I
bring your
love that.
questions.
I love that. And we can't wait to see everybody tomorrow and answer everybody's questions and to just have a delicious conversation about scaling. So until tomorrow.